Efforts are moving forward to relieve the growing traffic pressure along Highway 29 between Georgetown and Liberty Hill. The plans involve short-term relief and a larger freeway fix. Fox 7's Rudy Koski live at the Williamson County Annex in Cedar Park with details. Rudy.
Hi, Mike. Yeah, it's no surprise that growth in this part of Williamson County is actually outpacing road construction. But county leaders are trying to get ahead of this growth curve, and the Highway 29 corridor is an example of them trying to buy some time before the big fix starts. An employee with the traffic counting company checked cameras Friday morning at the intersection of 183 Tollway and Highway 29. The cameras are not recording what people who drive in this part of Williamson County already know. Congestion on Highway 29 has dramatically increased in the past few years.
3 years, it's changed quite a bit, like just where we're at right down the road. They're constantly changing everything, and people are flooding everywhere and they're driving everywhere, and you just can't get anywhere you need to go.
A series of bypass connectors are being built by Williamson County, like the Seward Junction Loop.
It's managed. I think you have to complete all the pieces before you really see a lot of relief.
County Commissioner Cynthia Long says the idea is to reduce congestion at major intersections by moving traffic away from the center of towns like Georgetown and Liberty Hill.
I'm excited. We were able to open half of Seward Junction Loop a year or two ago. That's really helped. We are going to start construction on half of the northern piece this year, and the third or fourth piece of it probably in another year or two. And then that whole loop around 29 and 183 will be finished. That will be huge.
But along with more travel options, the number of traffic lights have also increased. And that has increased commuting times. Addressing that would involve a major rebuild of Highway 29. Anticipating that will eventually happen, Williamson County started buying right-of-way several years ago.
But we know that the right-of-way is not going to get any cheaper, and so we've just been buying it as we go, and that will, I think, reduce long-term the overall cost of the project, because buying it now is always cheaper than buying it 10 years from now.
The actual expansion of Highway 29 would be a TxDOT project, and officials tell Fox 7 discussions have started. The idea is to build a limited access freeway from Highway 281 in Burnett to I-35 in Georgetown. But agency officials stress they're only at the embryonic stage. It's not known when construction would actually begin. An official community outreach about a rebuild, that's expected sometime next year.
Well, relief is coming. We've got pieces. We've got the loop. We've got a bypass. We've got intersection improvements. But we're also working on the much bigger picture. The north-south pieces have been improved. We have a long-range transportation plan that really shows what the county roads system needs to look like when we're 3 million people. I mean, we are really not just thinking 5 and 10 years ahead. We're thinking 50 years ahead.
Yeah, you really got to do that with such explosive growth. And first steps of many steps. And the first step for the 29 expansion project, that will involve environmental studies, how much that expansion would cost and where that money would come from. That has not yet been determined yet, Mike.
It seems that this expansion on Highway 29 is going to be kind of like the expansion of 71 between Bastrop and Del Valley. And you got an update on that today as well, right?
Yeah, I did. Pretty interesting update, too. Both are similar major corridors. On Highway 71, TxDOT has 3 major overpass projects in the works. They include the Tucker Hill Lane overpass. That's in Garfield. It's supposed to be completed by 2028. And next year, construction begins on the Pope Bend Road overpass, which is near the Cedar Creek High School. And in 2030, which sounds a long way away, but really isn't, groundbreaking will take place on FM 1209. That's a few miles just west of Bastrop. TxDOT officials say when all that's done, and it will be done pretty fast, when all that's done, you can go from Austin to I-10 to Houston without hitting a light, Mike.